Alright, we're recording and I'm playing Call of Dragons. Sorry it's been so long. So the doors. Doors have declared war.
My lord, Arbon has smiled upon us. The enchantment was successful. The dragon glass is filled with mist. Just as Keller said, enchanting dragon glass with mana results in blue mist, rather than the black mist inside Mana Stone. We have been able to confirm that this is the way that Mana Stone is made. But Mana Stone's power does not come from mana. Instead, it draws strength from some other dark force.
This dark force, what could it be? While you were enchanting the dragon glass, we received a report from our scouts. It is as we feared. The Darkling's rituals are happening more and more frequently. Mana Stone is the seed of evil itself, taking root all across Tamaris.
I have one idea that might work. We place the enchanted dragon glass next to the Mana Stone. The energies of the black mist and the blue mist appear very similar, though they also seem to be diametrically opposed. Our experiments have found that they have a common origin. Mana is drawn from the magical ley lines that stretch across Tamaris. It is our purest source of energy. It seems as if this black mist was also formed during the very earliest days of the realm.
Is there a way that we could dispel the black mist and purify Mana Stone?
I've tried to dispel the mist, but to no avail. It seems that we have no way to purify it at present. But that doesn't mean that this was all for naught. Now we know that the black mist shares a common origin with mana. And what's more, since the Darklings have been using Mana Stone for their curse rituals, that means...
Right! If those Red Eyes are using Mana Stone in all their evil deeds, then they must know how it works. Let me join you. I've got an ear to the ground in every city in Tamaris. And Drunky's got a mean tick on him, too. We'll get those Darkling secrets out of him in no time.
Thank you, Kella.
The pleasure's all mine. When we find a way, it'll be up to you to purify the Mana Stone Eridrim. I'll be in charge of processing, marketing, and sales. If we can harvest all that energy, we'll make millions! If we give it all our energy, we'll save millions of lives!
Keller's network of contacts should help us get a better handle on things. But Guanwin, we'll still need you to keep an eye on the Darkling's movements. I've noted today's findings in this Mana Stone research report. Feel free to take a look, my lord. We must find a way to purify Mana Stone as soon as possible. May Arbon guide us.
Uh-oh. What's up?
I went to Millstone Village today. Got a friend who's in the hospital there. His name's Albert. We're both members of the Merchants Guild.
The hospital? Is it serious?
He's in pretty bad shape. Bloodied and bruised. I couldn't bear to look at him. Last time I saw him, we were drawing up plans to start exporting stripling trees to the south. He said we could start working together as soon as he'd finished moving his last shipment of ore.
Are you talking about the caravan that was heading south?
Yeah. How'd you know, Bronwyn?
I heard they came under attack from a giant bear. Only the captain got out alive.
Yep, that was Albert's team. The Vestals at Millstone Village say Albert's wounds came from a giant bear, and they could sense dark magic coming from inside them. When I saw him, he was in and out of consciousness. He managed to get a few words out. Bear. Curse. That was all.
From the sound of it, that was no ordinary giant bear.
Dark magic. Curses. It must be the work of the Darklings.
Keller, do you know the route Albert's caravan took?
Albert told me he was taking ore to the south. If they were taking the usual route, they'd have passed Antler Cave. There's a Merchants Guild rest stop there. If Albert left any notes behind, they might be nearby.
My lord, we need to find out the truth about the attack on this caravan. It might lead us to more clues about Manastone.
Take me with you. I've got to find out why Albert was attacked. If there's even the slightest hint of a clue, my drunkie'll be able to sniff out the truth.
I'd better get ready to head out.
Just clean all this poop. I can't afford anything. At least not with having. Can't draw 10. Oh, I can draw 10. Oh, come in handy upgrade. Okay.
It looks like a big staff, a big cooking pot, a big darkling. I don't mean to be rude, darling, but I really can't understand what's so special about whatever this is.
Well, the size, for one thing. But if you simply took a ballista and scaled it up, you'd create all sorts of mobility issues. So with torsion springs as a reference, I made a series of improvements to some core components. Made sure the thickness of the planks was equal to the diameter of the torsion springs, and that the length of the sides was equal to the length of the torsion springs, and using that as a basis, presuming a 1:2 ratio, the arc radius of the damper between the parallel lines should be equal to 3 times the diameter of the torsion springs, resulting in a 2/3 increase in size and a 9-fold increase in firepower.
You almost said something interesting. Just before I fell asleep, darling. This thing has the power of fire, yes? Surely if I could enchant it with my flames, it'd be even more powerful.
Oh, well, firepower doesn't mean actual fire, of course. Apologies for the misunderstanding. I should be more precise in my terminology. I thought I explained everything clearly, but you don't seem to have grasped a single principle of mechanics. The torsion springs are the heart of the design. If you made it into a fire-based weapon, you'd need a source of high-pressure gas to create thermal energy. That's a completely different mechanical structure. And the core components are made of wood. Wood is flammable. You knew that, right?
Are you mocking me, darling? I don't recommend it. And I can't stand your presenting style. Ugh, I've heard more riveting church sermons. Could you not open your mind before you open your mouth? You get this thing to shoot fireballs, and you could barbecue an entire city in minutes.
Oh, down, girl.
When operating machinery, safety always comes first. I'm sorry, Lilith.
Lilia, now you're really trying my patience, you little brat. I'm taking this thing with me, and I'll do as I please with it. Try to stop me, and I'll blast you with one of my fireballs. If I can't have one of your favorite toys, then I'll give you one of mine. How does that sound, darling?
Oh boy.
Oh, another brat. Looks like we've all brought our favorite toys with us. Come to join our little play date, darling.
Oh, Lilia. Why is it that when I'm looking for trouble, I find you? Red hair, big smoky eyes. Sounds like you, doesn't it? At least, that's what the wanted poster said.
Ooh.
Nico, unless you're sure you can dodge my knives, you'd better get out of the way.
Ooh, a wanted poster? Oh,
Oh no, I went out. Guilty. Everyone has something we're guilty about, darling. Are you two trying a little good halfling blood bad halfling routine? Adorable. I mean, who hasn't committed a little arson in their time? Nobody was busy in those stores anyway. Those cops should be grateful for the insurance payouts. It's a thankless task, but I do it for the love of the game, dear. And it was such a lovely way to welcome the return of the Great One. The Great One? I can feel it. My skin prickles, my body burns, my heart pounds, my breath quickens. The fire dances within me. I cannot control my urges. The skyline burns. The flames grow high. From abyss return. The hour draws nigh. Thy strength reborn, let ashes fly. The great red dragon, the fire dancer, has returned. You mean a flame dragon? Firmer, the fire dancer? I heard. Shh, do not speak the great one's name. Oh, it makes my hair stand on end. Every wielder of fire magic knows the legend of Norwell. People say they've seen it, the dragon that destroyed Norwell, if you believe the legends. But that isn't a cause for celebration. Are you nuts? Anyway, if Faramar really was as bad as all the legends say, anyone who had seen him would end up crispier than a Sunfair hog roast. The legend has survived precisely because we have evidence, and thus our faith endures. Dragons are powerful, yes, but not invincible. Flame dragons have wings that can blot out the sky, but they're so large that it takes them a long time to get up in the air. They have sharp teeth and claws, but that's not what they rely on in battle. Of course, they can reduce their foes to a smoking crater and unidentifiable remains, but that takes up a lot of their energy. Do you see? Proud and mighty creatures, but weak at the same time. That is, if the legends are more than mere legends, of course. Well, darlings, our little science lesson has been fun, but school's over for the day. As for your little toy, I'll come play with it when I feel like it. Toodaloo! You're just going to let her get away? Oh, there was no wanted poster. I just thought it was a good way to get her out of your hair. I didn't expect her to stay and chat. Now, Faramar, the fire dancer. That's the name that's on all the wanted posters. Bonnie for Dragon Slayers, eh? Now it all makes sense. Lilia's behavior seemed rather paradoxical. Why would such a devout worshiper of dragons tell us all about their weak points? Perhaps what she really longs for is the dragon's power. I would estimate there's a 90% chance that Lilia issued that bounty herself. She wants to use you to find the dragon so she can see it for herself. Ha! Interesting theory, dear brother. I couldn't care less what the motives behind the bounty are. The snow owl always catches her prey, and that reward's just too good to pass up. Oh, volume's back, so it was just that. Oh, I'm activating something. Oh, I activated an observatory. Nice. Let me back. What else did I have? What is it?
Dust has long settled on these ruins, but one may still hear hymns of praise from ages past.
Okay, that was weird. Oh. Explore. Yeah, let's do that. Lost inheritance. Come across a human swordsman in a fierce argument with a number of villagers. The villagers claim that he has profaned ancient ruins and should be punished in accordance with the law. This land belonged to my ancestors, he claims. They were forced out when the orcs invaded and left their riches behind. All I want one is rightfully mine. Can you help me out here? You shouldn't damage my ruins. And who's going to stop me? I'll prove that my family was lost, he says with determination. Was that it? Did I beat it? Okay, confession. Searswift lost your path, telling you that he has found a human artifact brimming with magical energy in the ruins of old Forerunners Abbey. They say there was once a Vestal used this artifact to turn invisible. He claims it's good. I'm sure you can make great use of it. I'll let you have it for a good price. Let me see it first. Extremely doubtful of the veracity of this artifact, so you take a closer look. It's engraved with seer symbols, but as you examine them, you realize it's just a crooked inscription. It takes you a while to puzzle it out. I've been wearing these underpants for 10 years. I'm pretty proud of it. What? Ew. 10 years. Oof. Let's see what this is. I don't know. What's this? Oh, future plans. Nah, we won't do that. Is that what it wants me to do? Select. Level 8. What's this? I think I did that already. Equip. Handy?
Just what I needed.
Oh, ooh.
A fine piece of work.
No. Give that back.
This This shouldn't be hard to incorporate.
Legion load capacity. Next. Use. Oh, I should probably start upgrading. Redraw. Inferno. What's
Huh?
this?
Boss, you know the Battle of the Hexwood?
What about it?
Passing through the Hexwood, I didn't expect there'd be so much left over from back then. That war, I didn't realize how bad it was. No wonder all the old folks back home have still got grudges against elves and humans. I heard we sent lots of men into battle, but not a single one came back.
My lord, your conversation with a hero just gained you trust. Heroes' dialogues, stories, emojis, and voice lines will be unlocked as their trust level increases. By the way, Sweet Dew is currently the most trendy gift in Tamaris, and it's perfect for increasing your hero's liking towards you.
Ooh.
So, we talking business? Hey, Nico! You know who this guy is?
Velen, a provost of the Vale Society and the youngest provost in its history. Well, I say history, but the Vale Society is only 475 years old. I mean, sure, that's old for a halfling. But elves live long. Both colleges of the Vale Society have only ever had 3 provosts throughout their entire existence. So Velen's the youngest out of those 3 anyway.
You know much of the Society's works, young halfling. I admire your discretion.
Never mind all that. Look at me, then look at him. You figured it out yet, Nico? What's the big difference?
Got it. You're a halfling and he's an elf.
No, dummy! He's taller than me! Way taller!
Because he's an elf.
That's what I said, more or less. They call us halflings for a reason, you know. I know the word elf doesn't have anything to do with height, but it's common knowledge that elves are tall.
You think I don't know that? Ain't you heard that song? You know, the one the goblins made up? Where they talk about the differences between halflings and elves, and they call us flat-nosed midgets? Honestly, those goblins are shorter than me! Where do they get off?
That song, if one can call it a song, may be melodically crude and lyrically vulgar, but much of what it speaks of is accurate.
You would say that. It's practically a love letter to your kind. I'm the one who got called a midget!
I thought you'd be used to that sort of thing, Killa. I mean, you're not even as tall as Dronky. And I'm shorter than Daybreak, too.
Daybreak? I've heard that name. Your ballista, yes?
Yep. I mean, she's not mine, though. She belongs to the whole squadron.
I've seen a halfling ballista squadron at work before. Impressive firepower, though not quite as accurate as rumors suggest. Like so many of the magical items in the Vale Society's collection, they are praised excessively by those who aspire to little. But Daybreak is quite special. I'd love to take a look one day. See if it matches my staff in terms of workmanship.
Hey, Velen! Can we get back to what I was talking about?
Her being short? Yeah, let's go back to that,
Apologies,
Kelly.
Keller. I've never been able to resist admiring a masterpiece, especially one as beautiful and deadly as Daybreak.
Anyway, that song says halflings can't hold a candle to elves. Well, I beg to differ. I'll bet you I've got more business sense in my little your entire body.
He's not a businessman, of course you do.
And speaking of bodies, I'll bet that string-bean physique of yours couldn't even...
Oh no, it went out again. Well, Nestor knows, well, I don't know what an elf's sense of smell is like, but I bet Dronky's got you beat. I feel like bringing Dronky into this is cheating. Don't interrupt me. There's only one thing that song talks about where I'll admit Velen could beat me. Jumping over a stream. I certainly doubt that's the only thing. As do I. If I may be honest, Kella, I find this sort of thing to be beneath me. Beneath you, huh? Is that another crack about my height? Not at all. Though that cart of yours could do with extensive maintenance. When it comes to business, you are truly beyond compare. My opinion, you should pay more attention to the things that matter most. Don't forget that they make you who you are. If you say so, I guess. In any case, I still can't get that goblin song out of my head. Maybe you could switch up the lyrics, make it about the things halflings are good at. Since you don't want to jump over a stream, maybe we could change it too. I don't know, climbing a tree and throwing stones across it. So maybe if conversations go too long, it just messes with the audio? Doesn't seem good. Stuff first. Mid level. I have stuff going. Whoops.
Love, poison, they torment me all the same. Perhaps Her Majesty will never know the life that blooms there.
Where?
Bainholt.
I thought nothing could grow there.
Because of the poisonous mist. Yes, I suppose most plants cannot grow in its miasma. Yet life persists nonetheless. Life cannot choose its environment, but when nature finds itself in trouble, it does all it can to survive.
Huh. Okay, so I can't talk to people unless it shows it. You can claim all. Yes. Level 1 village. Soccer match between two teams of orcs about to begin. The complaints that another orc has just managed to destroy the ball with one kick. I have time. Open all. Infantry. Maybe?
Looks more like Nico's sort of thing.
Berserker, huh?
I'm stronger now.
Huh. I wish there was to... Just want to check something quick. Whoops. No, not skills. So, okay.
I'm stronger now.
I think that should go to...
Fits me perfectly.
Oh, my timer is up, so I gotta head out. Well, I'll do the pointless visiting without... I'll do the overall claiming of all those things in, what you call it? Where was it? In this, without going further in the storyline, just so I don't have to do it on the recording. Alright? Well, it was fun, and I'll try to make sure to post a lot sooner than I did before. Alright? Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching. Oh, there it is. God, exit the game. Really? I'm trying to... turn the recording off. There we go. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!